Hello, I think I'm live. It has been so long since I have used StreamYard that I'm not even entirely sure that I'm live. So, somebody, if anybody is here or when you get here and you hear this, let me know that you can hear me and that I am live. I'm so used to streaming on the other platform that this is very different. And so it all feels brand new, even though I used to stream on StreamYard well before I started streaming on OBS. Anyway, we have Django here who just heard a dog bark outside and he's like, what? But we have closed the back door. So even if somebody walks by, he won't know about it and he won't try to attack them. We do still have our tree up, mostly because none of us have felt like taking it down. So if anybody still has your tree up, you're not alone. So anyway, I do see that Stacy commented earlier and said if she was still awake at 11 p.m. Stacy, it's New Year's. I know you have little bitty kids, but do y'all do, if you do have kids, do you do the pretend that it's midnight even when it's not quite midnight and then you send them to bed? I'm just wondering because I used to do that with my kids. And anyway, so okay, the first thing I wanted to talk about was a book haul, just because I don't normally buy physical books. I've really stopped. If you look behind me, almost everything behind me is book of the month. And I got my final book of the month box. And then I am quitting book of the month because I do not read them physically. I love how they look on my shelf. I love how everybody holds up a stack of books and they look so cool. But I don't do that. So I just don't. I read them audibly every time. So I'm going to show you the books that I have. What do I actually read physically? Graphic novels. So I'm going to save those for last and show them to you. Oh, and also I read nonfiction. I read it a lot of times, unless it's a biography. Then I listen to biographies. But if it is another kind of nonfiction, I like to have a physical copy. Nice. So, Liziette, when you were a kid, my parents were big on New York New Year. So we go to bed early. Nice. So I'm guessing then you're not East Coast time zone. That's funny. Okay, so first we're going to look at the 4 books that I got this book of the month, and because I had gotten extra credits, whatever they're called. I think they're credits, because there are a few months that I had saved up and was like, I'm not going to get a book this time. So I had some credits. So the first thing I got was Babel or Babel by R.F. Kuang. And this one is not literary, but it is like cerebral. You use your brain apparently, and it's all about language. And those things sound very appealing to me. I didn't want to get it because it's so big. It's so thick. But again, I'm going to listen to this on audio. I am not going to read the physical copy of this book. So it's going to go on my shelf and sit up there with the other book of the months and just look pretty because that's all I have. I can't. I got rid of all of my physical books, almost, except for the book of the months. Okay, then we have a romance, A Winter in New York. This was actually on my December TBR for the Reindeer Readathon, and I traded it out with another book because this one I couldn't get on audio, and I didn't have it physically. Not that I would have read it like that anyway, even if I had. Continuing the romance theme, Christina Lauren, In a Holidays. My thing is very glary today, but anyway, I just recently learned that this is 2 authors named Christina and Lauren, and together they write books. So I got this one for my book of the month book. I love romance by Christina Lauren. I think they do a really good job, since now that I know it's 2 women. And then if you were anywhere around books last year, 2022, I think it was 2022. It could have been the beginning of 2023. Hi, Shona. Anyway, The Maid by Nita Prose was a very popular book. It's behind me back there, one of those book of the month books. So, of course, I had to get the mystery guest so that they could match. So now I have both books and I am all done with book of the month. And I will never open these books and be like, what does this say? Because I don't read books like that. So there they are on my shelf being cute. West Coast, there you go, 9 o'clock bedtime. We would just find a countdown that was happening, mostly on YouTube, I guess, and we would just be like, hey, it's almost midnight. And our kids would come in, we would do the countdown, and then we would send them to bed. We still stayed up till midnight because I never sleep, but it was, the kids did not know. Okay, now nonfiction. I've gotten 2 nonfiction books. This is not how many books I normally get in a week. This has definitely been over the last probably 2 months that I've gotten all these books. But my husband got this, Dirty Laundry, Why Adults with ADHD Are So Ashamed and What We Can Do to Help. If you are watching any kind of shorts, like, I don't know, I usually am either watching it on Instagram or YouTube, but their Instagram is called ADHD Love, and it is a husband and wife. She has ADHD, he does not, and they wrote a book. So I love them. They're great. And then my other nonfiction, The Lazy Genius Kitchen. Oh my gosh, I cannot get it to not glare, by Kendra Adachi. Now, if you don't know what a lazy genius is, I'm going to tell you right now from the quote that she has. I know what it is, but I want to say it correctly. Right here on this very first page, it says, a lazy genius is a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't. And it says, who decides what matters? You do. So that is the thing that I love about Kendra. And this is her second book. I've already read the other one. This is just specifically about your kitchen. If you have been around me at all, you also know that I hate to cook and I really don't like to be in the kitchen. But I am trying to do better in 2024 to just enjoy being in the kitchen and enjoy the things that happen in the kitchen. I don't love it, but we'll see if that changes. Now, what do I like to read physically holding in my hand? Graphic novels. I am completely caught up with this series, and book number 5 just came out. So I got Heartstopper Volume 5. Man, I do not like this glare on here. It makes the books not look as cute. Anyway, this is the best graphic novel I've loved. I have all of them on my shelf, and now I have number 5 to add to it. And I don't know when I'm going to read this. This is part of my 50 Before 50 series. So it will pop up over there. Hi, Nikki. And when it pops up on my 50 Before 50, then I'll read it. Now, one of the things that did pop up is I got I don't know, I was supposed to find a dark graphic novel, like themed dark. And so I went searching and I found a couple of suggestions, actually a lot of suggestions. The one that I decided to go with is called Through the Woods by Emily Carroll. And this is actually 4 stories. It just says stories, but I think it's 4 of them. And the artwork, let me just open it to a random page. Like, look how pretty that is. So I'm really excited to read this. It's just supposed to be scary stories, all having to do 5 mysterious, spine-tingling stories. Follow journeys into and out of the eerie abyss. Come take a walk in the woods and see what awaits you there. So, Through the Woods, I'm going to be reading this at some point in January because it is on my actual TBR. Now, when I was looking and I found Through the Woods, I also found another one. And this is the last book of the haul that I have. And it's huge because it's a whole compendium. This has been going on for a long time. And other people are probably like, yeah, we heard of this. But anyway, it's Fables by Bill Willingham. This is compendium number 1. And so I'm not sure even how many of it's issues 1 through 41 are in here. So this is 41 issues of Fables. And from what I understand, something happened and creatures, like, what do they call them? Hold on. The famous folklore characters have now been forced into hiding in modern-day New York City. Now these fables reside in a secret magical community on the Upper West Side known as Fabletown. But when Snow White's sister, Rose Red, goes missing, Sheriff Bigby Wolf jumps on the case to solve the mystery. So it seems like it's going to be fun. And I am loving all the graphic novels and the manga that I've been reading this year. I mean, if you've been here at all, you know Spy Family is one of my favorite mangas. So I am, and I've been reading Saga as well in the graphic novel giant compendium world. So Fables, I just had to get. I also think that the people in my house will also like to read Fables. So I got that one as well. Hi, Katie. I'm glad that you're here. Oh my gosh, I love that picture. I've seen some huge manga compendiums. I know that one of Fables right there is big. And then I've got one up there on the top of my shelf that's Saga. And if Django wasn't laying here asleep, I would get it and show it to you. Anyway, we're going to do a sprint right quick. So, what we normally do, Stacy, hi, Happy New Year. Well, Happy New Year's Eve, I guess. Although if we could get Stacy to wake up over there in Europe, she could do New Year's with us. I'm going to have a drink of my Diet Dr. Pepper, not a New Year's drink. Anyway, we're going to do sprints. I got this cute little dice container. It's a bunch of dice in it, and my camera's being stupid, so you can't even tell. But anyway, there they are. They're adorable. They're also silicone, so they're like squishy. One of my kids picked one up the other day, and he said, I feel like I would try to eat this. I was like, what is the matter with you? Anyway, I'm going to roll this 10, and whatever it rolls, we're going to add 10 minutes to it. And we're going to take that time to read, do something productive at your house. Like if you've been putting off emptying the dishwasher, when I roll this, go do that. If you need to go change a load of laundry, when I roll this, that's how long you have to get it done. Heather, hey. So that's what we're going to do. I've got it 10 already. So it's at least going to be 10 minutes plus whatever this is. Let's see what we have. It's a 7. So we have 17 minutes. We are going to just do whatever. You can totally read a book. I'm actually not starting any more new books until midnight tonight so it can officially be 2024. So I'm not going to be reading, but I do have this reading journal that I'm going to be using for this year. And there are a few things that I have penciled in or started on, and I need to work on them a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Right now, it is 3:12 for me. So the way we do this is we say at 29 after. So we're sprinting until 29. And there we go. I'm going to mute myself, and I will see you guys at 29 after, whatever hour it is for you. Okay, beep, 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 beep. I'm sometimes on these streams and people have alarms set and the alarms go off and it's terrifying. So anyway, I was trying to like ease y'all back in and be quiet about it. There you go, Shona. You got back 1 minute early. That's nice. So welcome everybody who came in after we started streaming. And hi, Mama. So did y'all get done what you wanted to get done in the 17 minutes? I guess is the first question. I got this page completely ready to go. I know you can't see it, but this page right here is a bookshelf for my January books. And I've left it, I just wanted to do the top row, and then I've left it pretty open to put books in as I read them and put them there. So I'm sorry, Heather. Changed out the laundry, swept the kitchen and the living room. Go ahead, Shona. And there you go, Liziette. Also, Liziette, if you haven't seen over on Discord, I broke down like all the horror books that I have read off of the Goodreads list that you asked about. And then the ones that I haven't read, I told you about those too. So anyway, if you haven't seen that, go check it out because it's got all the information that I know about them. The other thing I'm going to work on the next time we have a break is it's a blank spread right now, completely blank. And I've got to decide how I want to do it. But I know I love using these as body doubling. It's awesome, Shona. So you can almost always find a productivity or a reading sprint every time of the day. Like it's like if you just go, you can find them. So anyway, I will be doing this every Sunday, just these little pop-ins. What I want to talk about now is what did you like last week? Like what went well for you? I know it was the week in between Christmas and New Year's. If you celebrate, that was probably like a coming down from one holiday. Maybe you finally got some rest this week. I just want to know what you liked about last week. For me, I'll share mine first. I just started a brand new 2-week system in my life where I plan where everything happens in a 2-week cycle. That's what I'm trying to say. So 1 week is completely focused on this channel and resting. Like that week is very slow. This channel has 2 videos a week, so it's not a lot of stuff. It is a slow paced week, and that was not this week in my schedule. That was last week leading up to Christmas. This week in my schedule is all about my other channel, the Sims channel, and I needed to do 14 videos in 7 days. And it worked so well. I set this up, of course, 2 weeks ago to test it. So that is my win from last week, is that my first 2-week cycle went really well. I feel really good about where I am. And I'm really happy that I'm moving into a rest week. So that is what my win from last week was. There you go. Okay, my mother is putting together a very hard puzzle, or maybe you're doing it. Is it one that you got from your sister? My Aunt Carolyn likes to do puzzles and then she gives them to my mother. Liziette started working on a reading challenge for next year. Yeah, Liziette is trying to read all of the Goodread winners in almost all the categories, not cookbooks or something else she's not doing, but most of the categories from 2009 when it started. So she has a large chunk of books ahead of her for the year. Nikki liked having all your videos up for the whole week. Isn't that like a freeing feeling where you're like, everybody's handled and I am prepared, right? You don't feel that getting crazy feeling, like getting behind is what I meant feeling. Uh-oh. Mama's not liking the puzzle. I'm sorry. I need to, yes, because you want to launch a crochet channel this year and have business stuff. Yeah. So it's just been fantastic. Like, I mean, yes, the Sims week this last week was hectic. I was filming and editing 2 videos every single day, including technically, I guess I'm not done. I do have 1 video today, but it is the shortest of all the videos I film. It requires the least amount of prep, and it's just a fun, no brain involved game. So that one I can definitely do at any point today. But Shona said, last week I loved seeing my grandson. I missed a week of seeing him due to the flu. Was it you that had the flu or your grandson? Yes, you loved having all your videos up as well. Started organizing the hoarding situation. My parents have been trying to get rid of their stuff on their own, so I won't have that situation to deal with ever. I'm behind on Monday and Friday for this week. Yeah. But you were ahead last week. I guess that leads into what you're looking forward to this week. And mine, what I'm looking forward to is the fact that next week is that prep week, rest week kind of thing. It makes it a lot of it just makes it better that one week doesn't feel like the next week and the next week and the next week. Like it's not, I don't know, it's not as all consuming, I guess. It's not as stressful. It just feels like every week is a little bit different because I get to do something new next week than what I did this past week. So that makes me happy. Oh, Katie. Katie's win is that she applied for a new job. I'm so proud of you. And I cannot wait to hear what happens with the job. I know it's going to be great. Even if you don't get the job, the actual interview process and you realizing that you can do it. And so it doesn't mean this is the only job to apply for if you don't get it. So, but anyway, we're all proud of you. See down here? Oh, yeah. Call in a pro estate agent and sell it all at once. There you go. You've got your Ultimate Decades video to film today and then get it edited and scheduled for the week after next, and you'll be ahead still. That is exactly right. Yeah. So next week, I'm not filming any Sims videos, which felt so odd when I first did it because I was like, oh, it feels like I'm behind and I'm messing up or whatever. But it works. And I've got videos for the next 2 weeks already out and ready to go. So this week is no filming. And then next Monday, I will start filming for the next 2 weeks. It's been really great. So we will see how it ends up being. You'll be here to check in if you come back for more of these. Okay, we're going to do another little sprint thing. Same deal, 10 minutes plus whatever this is. You guys can read some more. If there's another chore you've been putting off, do that. Or you know what? If you just did a chore last time, why don't you just sit in a chair? We only have 11 minutes. Y'all can't see that at all, but I rolled a 1. So we only have 11 minutes this time. So we're going to sprint at my house, not at my house, 37. So that would be 48. So we are going to sprint until 48 after the hour. Feel free to let us know what you're going to be doing, or if you're just going to be sitting in a chair and staring at the television. That is totally a thing to do for the next 11 minutes. Okay, we're back. Hopefully, I didn't scare you since I didn't say whatever. Also, fireworks have started at my parents' house in Arkansas. Nikki is downloading, exporting, and downloading. Heather got scared by fireworks at her house. We got lots of people doing laundry today. Our washing machine is broken. I know you're not going to be able to see this, but I have, oh yeah, no, not even sort of. I've just penciled it in. And this is for the Gerbitathon. So if you are a simmer and you like to play The Sims, by the way, the word gerbit is simish or simlish. It's with an L, right? Simlish. Anyway, for llama. And Ladette, her thing says Ladette. Yes, my dogs hate fireworks as well. Poor Django, a few years ago when we lived in South Dakota, ran through the house, tried to climb over the baby gate, and ripped one of his claws out because he was losing his mind. Anyway, yes, Simlish for llama. So she has started a Gerbitathon, which is a Sims-based reading challenge that lasts all year long. And last year, that is it. Last year, you had to create a sim, and then in order for them to age up, they had to read certain books that did certain things. This year, we're creating businesses. And right now, for the beginning of the year, she just posted a few minutes ago, well, like an hour ago, that they're the first 3 prompts that we're doing. And so I'm creating a bookshop cafe. And so I needed to come up with a name of the cafe. So my husband and my son and I were like brainstorming names right before I went online because I had certain words that I wanted to be in the title. So the name of my bookshop is going to be Lost in the Pages of Time. And the theme of my bookshop is going to be sci-fi themed. So like anything having to do with space or time travel or just anything that is not normal life is going to be in my thing. So I'm really excited about it. So I, of course, went to YouTube. I found somebody who had created a bookshop cafe house on The Sims. And well, there you go, Shauna. I just started like drawing out on my sheet what their house looked like. So I've still got to like do the actual line mark and color it in and everything. But I'm going to have the books that I'm reading for those first 3 prompts will be on that page. So anyway, that's what I did during my sprint time. Liziette said that she put things away that needed to be put away and organized everything while listening to the audiobook. That is the hack for life, listening to audiobooks. As long as you can do it. Some people can't. I love it. That's what I do all the time. Yeah, that's me. Okay. What I wanted to talk about is what is coming up on the channel this week. So I'm going to try to share my screen, which I very rarely do. But there you go. Folded the laundry and put it away. Go ahead, Shona. We're going to do one more sprint, by the way, in just a few minutes. So you got time to think through one more thing, but it's going to be the last one. So this was on the video on the channel in the last 2 weeks. I go through my story graph where I have almost 2,000 books that I want to read on that list. And I go through there and pick out the horror ones, like the oldest horror books that are on that list. And I just kind of go through and talk about whether I want to read them, whether I don't want to read them, whatever. And I did the same exact thing with the fantasy books. Coming up this week, I'm going to be doing it with romance books. And then the next week will be sci-fi, which we'll talk about that when we get there. But romance is coming up this week. But that is not coming until Friday. What is coming before then is another TBR card game. So you can see this giant deck of cards behind me. Oh my gosh, I can't point at it. There you go, behind me. It is a game that I have played for a while on my channel. And so that's what's coming up tomorrow. That will go live first thing in the morning, me playing the card game and seeing what books get added to my TBR from the cards. So I have one more thing that I want to do for this. Well, okay, hopefully Heather said she's hoping for a long roll so she can go walk the dogs. We'll see. I mean, hopefully we will get a long one. And then the only thing I have left to do is I got this deck of cards called the Hero's Journal, not Journey. And inside here are 52. This is called a SideQuest deck. Now, I know if you've seen any of those ADHD videos, it's always like, I started out doing this one thing and then I got sidetracked. And so you call it a side quest. But they look like this on the back, just actually like this. And then they all have different things to do on the front. Now, I know that y'all haven't seen these. I'm shuffling them. And once we're done with our sprint, I'm going to draw one of these. And some point this week, I need to do the side quest that's on this deck. So before I draw, I'll actually go through and show y'all a couple. I ordered them from the Hero's Journal. I will put the links and everything down below once we're done here. But I wasn't sure what all I was going to talk about, so I didn't put anything in the description, but I will definitely do that. So my goal for 2024 is that I will draw one of these cards every week. There's 52. And hopefully by the end of the year, we won't have any cards left in the deck and I can start it back over next year. Some of them are super easy, like build a pillow fort. Some of them are a little bit more in depth, like reorganize a closet. So it just depends on what I get. And I have the whole week to get it done. Next Sunday, we will kick off the live stream with me telling you how this went and whether or not I got it done. I would love it if any of y'all wanted to join along with me and do the side quest. But first, I'm going to roll the dice and we're going to do one more sprint of whatever we're going to do. And we'll see what we have. All right, here we go. Oh, it's a 4. So we have 14 minutes, Heather. I don't know how long that is to walk your dogs, but we have 14 minutes. So let me get this edited. 55 is what it is. So 059. 09. So we are sprinting till 09, and I will see you back here. Y'all have fun for 14 minutes. Okay, we're back. Nice. Heather got all done. Lizzieette just finished the dishes. Let me get our banner off of here. Nikki got everything done. 80s and ska music are ready to go. Game updated, rent downloaded. Finished another row on the baby blanket. Nice. Is this a new baby that's coming or the grandson that you just saw, Shona? I got, first of all, if y'all saw me looking, do you ever organize yourself and then you can't find what you just organized? I did my whole desk. Oh, nice. Shona, a new baby. I organized my whole desk yesterday and I could not find my colored pencils. So I ran out of time to get to color in, but this is my, well, you can kind of see it. Maybe I'll share some pictures over on Discord, but that's the basic outline. It's just going to be wooden. And that's the yellow part that you can kind of see on there. That's the window. And I'm trying to build bookshelves behind the window. I am in no way an artist, and it's kind of intimidating to try to do it. But I'm going to set that to the side. Hopefully, I will be able to work on that a little bit more today. But it is time for our side quest. So I think what'll add to the drama is if I randomly draw 3 cards out of here and then I mix those cards up and pick one of those. Oh my gosh, Django, we're almost done. You have been such an angel through this whole thing. I know. All right. So I've shuffled, I don't know how many times. I have not looked at any, and I'm just going to pick from the middle. I'm going to pick this one. I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to put it straight down on the table. If I can get just one card. Okay. I didn't see it. I don't think y'all saw it. Okay. Let me grab another one. Okay. And then let me grab another one. Okay. We have 3 potential cards that we're going to do this week. Yeah, Django's like, I'm done. I'm done. We've streamed long enough. Here is number 1. Is that's upside down. Build a blanket fort. That's one of the examples I gave y'all. Build a blanket fort is 1. Try a new food or drink is 1. And organize the files on your computer. Oh no, I cannot get this to show you what it says, but it says organize the files on your computer. I really don't know how to adjust my webcam where it's not so bright. I got a new one and I thought it would work better than it does, and it doesn't. Hey, Angel, what do you need, baby? Do you need to go outside? He's like, no, I just think I want to sit here. Okay. So I'm going to mix them up where none of us can see. I'm going to hold them out to this side and I'm mixing them around. And then my son and my child is in the next room. So I'm going to yell for one of them to pick 1, 2, or 3. And I'm going from the top. This is number 1, then number 2, and then number 3. So let's see what we get. Hold on. Cover your headphones. Ron.
Yeah.
Will you pick a number 1 to 3, please?
2.
Number 2. I have no idea. This is our card for the first week. I'm not looking at it. Wait, what is it? Try a new food or drink. Okay. Oh my gosh. I cannot make it show up, but I'm going to take a picture of it and I'll post it over there. I love it that's our first one. The first week this year, we get to try a new food or drink. Does anybody have, I'm not using OBS, but I don't know how to go into my camera settings. That's what I need to work on. Forget a new food or drink. I need to figure out my camera settings. But anyway, does anybody have a new food or drink that you know you want to try? I think I should have counted this last week. That does count, Heather. I mean, yeah, it's from when we draw on Sunday till when we draw next Sunday. You need to go outside. Okay, he does. Ugh. Come on. Okay, go outside. Okay, sorry. Django gets to run the stream. Okay, well, over on both Discords, I'm going to share what I decided to do. My husband just made a crock pot lasagna that was fantastic. So if anybody likes lasagna, or not lasagna, it was like a crock pot copy lasagna, and it actually had raviolis, like the frozen raviolis in it. And so anyway, if anybody has any suggestions of new foods, or certainly want to share the foods that you try, next Sunday, same time, we'll be back and we'll talk about this right off the bat. The first thing we're doing is sharing this. So if anybody shares any pictures of what you eat or drink, I'm going to keep them saved and we'll look at them next Sunday. If you are here for the reading channel and everything that we've done, thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow will be a new video and I will see you there. If you would like to play The Sims or want to watch me play The Sims, I am about to go live probably in like 10 minutes. I'm going to take a bathroom break and then I'll be live. So over on Discord, I will share the link. Otherwise, if you're subscribed to my Sims channel, it'll pop up and show you. Thank you for hanging out with me. I got so much done in my journal. Some of y'all got a lot of stuff done, which I really like. So I just now saw what Heather said about the blanket fort where she knocked a chair into the piano. So anyway, I cannot wait to eat and drink new things with you this week. And I will see you guys next week to do this all over again. Thanks for watching. Bye.